What's up guys, welcome back to HP Fashion. If you're new here, my name is Zach Fobbs, and today we're going over the 5 things that makes you very unattractive. I know for a fact personally that you are a very handsome dude, you're well dressed, you keep your grooming in check, and you know who you are and what you're about as a man. But there are just a lot of things that guys do that no matter how handsome he is, no matter how well he is dressed, this just makes him instantly unattractive in the eyes of others, especially women. So today we're going over just a few of those, starting with the first one, and that's being self-centered. No one likes a bragger, especially if you're talking to someone and the conversation always seems to shift about talking about you, and you're the one who's initiating that conversation about yourself. No one is going to be very engaged in that sort of conversation if they're going to think that you're very self-centered and you can only think about yourself, you only care about yourself, you're not really having that initiative to think about them during that conversation. So to help fix this is that I would suggest is that you tone down on the things that are going on in your life and you wait for the opportunity to present itself so that you can talk about it. Meaning, you just wait for the questions that they're gonna have for you about your personal life. And what you do in turn, ask them what they have going on in their life throughout their days, and to see if how fluid that conversation will be. Better if you would just sit there and talk about how much of an amazing week, an amazing month that you've been having. Number 2, this is actually a pretty big one, but when you're rude to employees and staff, I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a supermodel that's a 10 out of 10, any guy would instantly want to be with you. If you're rude to any cashiers, baristas, sales associates because of the little mistakes that they may or may not be making, or there's some sort of company policy that you might not agree with, and if you're just gonna be lashing out against them because you have a problem with that certain situation, then instantly you become a 4 out of 10, at least in my eyes. This is something that looks very unattractive. There's no need to flip out on someone just because they're simply doing their job. The best thing that you can do for yourself in this situation is to just, and this takes like 0.5 seconds to do, just take a deep breath, detach emotionally from the situation, and think about this objectively about how this outcome would be if you were just to flip out on this 16-year-old kid who's just there to collect a paycheck. The situation will not be in your favor at all. And I've seen more often than not, just because personally I'm a manager in retail, if you're actually more understanding about the situation, the manager or the associate who's working with you might actually see how mature you are, and that actually helps your point in terms of how attractive you are, and they'll actually try to help you and by working out a deal with you. This is one of the things that actually does happen in the real world. So guys, just do not freak out whenever something is not going perfectly during a transaction, especially in retail, especially dealing with food. Nothing is going to be perfect, and the more maturity you have in those situations, the more attractive you will appear to others. Which actually rolls me into number 3, and that's having a lack of decency. I see this a lot in guys, especially those that know that they're built like gods, and they just think that they can just walk all over everyone. They're just being total douches to everyone, especially to the women that they're with, and there's no sense of decency in their actions or the way that they speak. They're just overall an ugly person, which is something I encourage you to change if you're this type of person, just because there's nothing wrong with having a little chivalry, to having a little decency in the outside world just because you're attractive. There's nothing wrong with it. The best thing you can do is to start doing nice things. And when you do these nice things, do nice things just because they're nice. You want to make someone's day just a little bit better, because you never know what anyone's going through that day. Someone may have died in their family, they may have just been fired, so they may be having the worst day possible. They think everything is bad is happening in their life, but when you come in, you do this nice thing for them just for the fact that you're doing it just to be nice, their day becomes instantly better and you look better in their eyes. Number 4, let's roll into more of a physical trait with this one, but when you stink, I don't get why this is such a problem with a lot of guys. They can be built like gods. Their face is well structured, they obviously go to the gym, they obviously take care of themselves, he has it going for him, but instantly when you walk anywhere near him, he smells like a foot, which I don't get at all. If he doesn't smell like a foot, he just smells like someone's cutting up a really potent onion, which is absolutely disgusting, guys. instantly when a girl smells you and she is instantly, you know, just slapped in the face with this bag of onions or this gym locker smell, she's instantly going to be turned off, and others are not going to want to be around you just because you simply forgot to put on deodorant or you didn't shower or anything like that. That's honestly disgusting, guys, and it's something that you guys need to get more of a habit of doing if you're not in that routine. And on the other side, if you are just bathing yourself in cologne, I get it. If it smells amazing, it smells great. But 1, 2, 3 might be pushing it, but 3 squirts are gonna be plenty for you, just so that everyone can know that you know how to smell good, you know what type of scent that works for you. But at the end of the day, it's all about just using less of it. What my whole point is that if you are just built like a god, then, and you want to pertain this image like you are a really handsome dude, you're very attractive, then at the very least, make sure you're smelling decent. And the last tip that I have for you, number 5, is going to be not taking responsibility. This is actually one of the biggest pet peeves of mine when it comes to guys and they're making excuses as to why they're not where they are in life, and they're just blaming the rest of the world, they're blaming others for why they're in this position that they're in, and there's no really sense of accountability in there. Which honestly, I don't care who you are, what you look like, that instantly makes you look very, very irresponsible, and therefore I'm not going to be thinking about how attractive you really are. And it's one of those things where it's a tough pill to swallow, especially us guys. We like to be prideful in the things that we have in life, the things that we're in control of in our lives. But there has to be a point in life where we have to take responsibilities for the setbacks that we have just because we weren't motivated enough, or we didn't think objectively what we could have done in those certain situations that put us in the situation that we're in now that could have helped us in the long run. It's just one of those things that I think we as guys have lost touch in, and a lot of us, and therefore look very childish when we're blaming others or blaming certain situations as to why we're not happy in life. I feel like this video turned into more of a lecture from your dad rather than just your boy giving you a simple life tip. But like I always say to you guys, these videos come out of a place of love, and I just want to make sure that whatever you're doing in life, whether you're conquering your dreams or you're living your day-to-day life, I just want to make sure that you are looking as handsome as ever, that you're not looking bad in the eyes of others that are around you, or to the women that you're trying to actually date. But if you did like this video and you learned something from it, give this video a big thumbs up. The more and more you guys like these videos, the more and more people see them in the recommendation list, which will actually help us grow our community. Speaking of which, if you're not subscribed to the channel already, I would highly advise that you do consider subscribing. I want to hit 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2019 so that we can roll into 2020 with a very strong community. I am actually throwing a giveaway, which I'll be making an announcement on my Instagram about it. It's going to be with Anson Belt, with Sprezza Box, and with another surprise product, which I'm not ready to announce to you guys yet, but I will be attaining it very soon, and I'll be ready to give it out to you guys once it's here and once we do hit 1,000 subscribers. So please subscribe to the channel and be on the lookout on my Instagram at Mr. HB Fashion. If you don't follow me there, I do post a lot of fashion and grooming inspirations on there, and I will be announcing the giveaway on there once we hit that point with the subscriber count. But enough of me baffling. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate you tuning in. See you next time.